Hey traders, this is Travis from ProfitbullPro. It is week 40 for the 52-week review. Ladies and gentlemen, we're still making profits. We're still growing the community. We were at 99, we're down to 75, but life is good. We're growing, we're happy, and we're still making profits. Um, if you're looking on the screen currently, if you're watching this on YouTube, last week we made 469 pips total, no losses. Actually, we're super grateful on the trade for Euro New Zealand dollar. That was the breadwinner last week. We'll go over that as well. This week we'll be taking a look at major events or what caused the market to make these major moves. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you for our subscribers on YouTube. Last week we did a beta test. We will start doing live videos on YouTube and also on Periscope. If you're following us on Twitter at AskForTravis, aka ProfitbullPro, and you will get notified on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Not a pitch, just give information about how to find us. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what a great week. Took only 4 trades. Yeah, I'm showing a watch list of last week we had 13 trades. That was possible great trades that if you wanted to take. Me personally, I took 4 of those trades and did well. I think as a day trader, even if you know there's possible moves, there's no need to take them all. A good movie that I used to watch as a kid, Scarface. Um, Frank said, even though he was one of the protagonists of the movie, Frank said, "Hey Tony, you know what a hassa is?" And Tony goes, "What's that, Frank?" He says, "A hassa is a pig that doesn't fly straight." And the funny thing is, in the industry that we're in for day trading, even if you're trading stocks, indices like gold, commodities of that sort, or even forex, pigs get slaughtered. And in Scarface, you don't want to be a pig. You don't want to be greedy because being greedy will get you killed. You know. So with that being said, not to be a negative Nancy, apologize to any ladies if your name's Nancy or any gentleman named Nancy. Um, you just don't want to be greedy. So even though if you have all these possibilities for trades, doesn't mean you need to trade them all. So that's that speech. Sorry to be on my soapbox. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So let's get the terminal up. Here we go. So right now, what we're looking at is the New Zealand dollar currency index. This is a little different compared to having this as the New Zealand dollar against another currency pair because this is the whole enchilada. Now, the only thing that is a little different, we're not going to have the full swing of how the market moved through the 24-hour and 5 to 6 days like we do in Forex. This is based off of the open of the New York session and the close of the New York session. So with that being said, one of the major moves that we had for the euro was the RBNZ rate statement. It actually pushed the market fairly down. As you already know, we had the open of the week on the 25th, and this was Monday night. So this actually closed with a pin bar, forcing the market on the New York Open on the 27th, the market all the way down here. Now, if you looked at any trades in the New Zealand pairs, you will see that this was a major push. And let me pull up here. Let's go. What do we have? New Zealand USD. Keep it nice and simple. All right. And if we look at that pair from that time frame, there we go. That's the push. So that's what caused that giant push. And we're talking about pip moves. Looking at the notes, one of the biggest moves that was for New Zealand dollar was New Zealand dollar CAD. From open to close of the week of the 25th through the 29th, March 25th through the 29th, that moved 149 pips. from open of the week, close of the week, which was 1.59 pips. Uh, New Zealand dollar was one of the weakest pairs out of all of them. Um, Actually, it beat out Great British Pound, New Zealand dollar. We'll get into the reason why for that one. Um, but it wasn't by much. It won by 58 pips. No big woohoo. It actually got beat up most of the week until we got into that Friday close, Thursday, Friday of the week. But hey, that's why I say as a trader, have a trading plan and stick to it. Even if the market's moving in a certain direction, don't trade. Have a trading plan. It's not the same as stick into it, stay in a losing trade. Those are two different statements. Warren Buffett says rule number 1, don't lose money. Rule number 2, don't lose money. So as a trader, cut your losses faster, keep your gains longer. Stay long in the market, and you'll live to eat another day. But that's that on New Zealand dollar. Let's get into the next one. Let's get into the Aussie. All right, so this is the Aussie. Same picture. We had the RBA Kent speech, which was the major move on the end of the 26th into the 27th, where we had all this movement during the Asian session, we can say, that it was negative news causing the market to fall, which we'll get into a currency pair to see this move. For the Aussie, it was actually one of the greatest champions next to the CAD, which the CAD had great news at that end of Friday, but we'll get into that. But yeah, so for the Aussie, it beat out the Great British Pound. No shock there. Over 267 pips was a negative 1.54% move from open to close. Great move. Now, this was the catalyst that kept it moving positively, which was the private sector credit year-to-year report, which was on the 29th, technically the end of the 28th, but we saw the move on the index, New York session for the index. Now, let's really dive deep and take a look at this. We're going to do Great British Pound Aussie, just so then we can really dive deep. All right. So, there we go. This was the giant move, pushed up. Then we had the news. Now, this is that Great British Pound news. It actually had a reverse effect that it should have had a positive move on it, but it didn't, unfortunately. Oh, I apologize. Here we go. We had this push down, but then when the news dropped, pushed it up, which is odd, but the continuation, hey, still beating it out, the pound. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's, as a trader, I always say this, it's going to be 25% technical, 25% fundamental, 50% mental. You really have to understand how to manage yourself so then you can actually manage your account. If you let your emotions dictate how you see the market, you would really miss these opportunities. If you understand fundamentals, then your technical analysis will line up a little better to see these better moves. But you're not going to see these moves if you don't have the mental health that's needed or the strength that's needed to become a successful trader. I'm not going to say you're going to become a millionaire. I'm not going to say everyone's going to make it. I don't believe every trader is going to make it because not everybody's made to become a successful day trader. Some people should be investors. Some people should not trade at all. And that's me being honest. And I'm never going to change that narrative at any point. To be frank with you, most people should be doing other things. And I think that's why you have companies that know this and they have a a program that you just promote for them, and if you get a trader under you and that trader gets another trader under them, you guys can make commissions. And you know what, that's cool. I understand people need to make money, but it just has a negative concept on what trading is really about. So that's that on that statement and the Aussie. Let's get into the CAD. So we're gonna get right to it. So for the CAD, cool. Balance of trade for January report pushed the market further down, but hey, that's fine. Cool, cool, cool. Because the GDP report on Friday pushed it up. I was not expecting this trade. Didn't even see the trade until 9 o'clock. Crazy move. One of my buddies that's in the FGM management side of things, he caught this move for GCAT. Lovely. Hey, bro, I see you, brother. Keep doing your thing. And IE, I think he caught this trade, and Quill, he definitely caught this trade. So it's really good to have a community of traders to talk to. I think that really increases your morale. Only if you understand your trading strategy, you won't let your ego force you to feel like you need to either change your trading style for someone else or push and do more trades. Race your race and you'll get to the finish line. That's something I have to say because that's something I had to struggle with as a trader, trading with groups. I would feel like I would over trade and compensate for something that's not really needed to be compensated. If you have a great trading plan, you're successful, you're making over 5% a week, why do more, in my opinion? And maybe some people say I'm a lazy trader. Maybe it's part of my personality. I just like to make enough so I can eat another day and relax and do other cool things that I'm into. But yeah, so that was the big move for JDP. I don't know if this is gonna stay super strong. If we look at the strength index that we have here, the CAD is up. I see this staying up maybe for this week and then crashing. We have Switzerland franc still doing well, but this will start falling as we have more US dollar strength and euro strength. Once these push up, we're going to be seeing this fall. And I do see this happening maybe midweek this week. All right. First week of April, Switzerland franc will fall. We're going to have a push up for the euro and the USD, slowly bringing Great British Pound up. We do have that Brexit deal that is kind of almost done, the divorce. Yeah, not going to get into that right now. But yeah, so those are what I'm seeing in this current week of April. But let's get back to it. There's no real need to look at this compared to other charts. So like I said, CAD was the champion. It beat out everybody. 331 pips on the Great British Pound CAD trade. Boy, I wish I would have caught that move. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. I'm going to switch. Definitely skip over the euro, get into Great British Pound, and get to US dollar right now. So let's look at the Brexit. Brexit. When I first heard the word Brexit, I was thinking about breakfast. I was just like, boy, got to get up early to trade that London session. Anyway, my mind is scattered sometimes. Anyway, so what we had here was the May offer to quit to get her Brexit deal over the line. Basically pushed it even further down. And then Brexit deal got rejected on the 29th, which was Friday. And that really pushed it down. So we had this crazy gap up and this retest down. And the only reason why we had to retest down this week, we had some news that dropped about Brexit. No surprise. So yeah, I'm just gonna say this, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have some push-ups. We're gonna get some push-ups on Brexit. Well, not Brexit, but the Great British Pound, Euro. That's gonna have a lot of strength. So just bear with it. Relax. Don't get butthurt. Just trade your trade. This is not financial advice. I know you see the disclaimer in the beginning of the video, but just saying, just be easy. If you're long-term holders, this is like, if you just, like, for example, this was crypto, you want to get more positions at lows, because this is gonna push up like crazy towards the end of this year. So just saying. But that's what happened for the Brexit. One of the biggest move for Great British Pound was the CAD move. Second was Aussie, and then under that was the US dollar, 171 pips. And talking about US dollar, let's get right to the DAX. All right, so these are the moves. Housing rates pushed it up. Balance of trade pushed it up. GDP growth pushed it up. And Chicago PMI pushed it up. Now, we also have these. Oh, I apologize for hitting the microphone. We also have this strong push for the US dollar due to we have Great British Pound falling. We have the Euro not doing as well as it could be doing for the EU. So you got to understand how money works. If we bring back the strength index, right? Funds need to be allocated. If I was selling you a program, guess what? You need to take the money that you have from your 9 to 5 and give it to me. That money that you got from your job, you exchanged it for time. So currencies move the same way. Money's just floating. Hence why this is a $5 trillion industry. Money's floating back and forth in a cycle, in a circle. So if the money's weak in another place, it has to go somewhere else. Who is it going to? Switzerland franc had it for a while. They're going to pass that buck to US dollar. That US dollar is going to go to euro and a pound. It's going to be fine, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be fine. I'm a long-term holder of trades, I may give you a few scalps, but I got a position in a few things that's going to be crazy. But anyway, let's get back to the DAX. So, ladies and gentlemen, those were the big moves for the G7 trades. I know I skipped over Switzerland franc and the euro. Main reason why, if you do the math, those guys are in the middle. Sorry, middle childs. You're fine. You're going to be okay. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We're going to be going live on our Zoom channel and Periscope. So if you want to get some technical Tuesday for this week coming up, check us out. If you haven't seen this week's watch list, it's going to be on our Instagram and also on our Telegram group. All the links will be in the description below. Once again, I want to say I thank you. I love you for even viewing this video, because this took a little piece of your time, and that means a lot, just for you to watch 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or 20 minutes of watching this to the end, to even hear these blessings of greatness, of gratitude. So once again, I love you. I thank you, and keep making pips. Take care.